Sir Catzilla's. Which hero is this? Magnus replay, baby. We're looking at Magnus, boys. Interesting starting item builds. Very interesting starting item builds.
30 seconds to go.
What are you against? Here's a Monkey King. Windlace against Monkey King. I don't know. This, I'm gonna turn the music on a little bit. This, this build signals to me different things. This signals to me you want to be able to disengage and don't really want to trade. This signals to me that you don't think they can trade very well with you. And this signals to me you're going to be spamming spells. I feel like you're a faster hero than Monkey King anyway. I feel like you can disengage decently well with Disruptor behind. Oh my goodness gracious me. What is this? Never get Kinetic Field level 1. It's not worth it. Just get the Thunder Strike and this spell is not, I don't know how to explain it. This doesn't do any damage. You really need a spell that does damage.
We got this one in the bag.
Where'd you get
Think about it like this, right? Like, actually no, I'm watching the Magnus here. And you went Skewer level 1 as well, which
High hopes for this one.
It's like the way you're itemizing and setting up for lane, you're already you're setting your lane up to lose, or to have no aggressive impact, and you're putting it solely in the hands of these guys to win this lane. If I'm playing Magnus this lane with a position forward disruptor, and I feel like I'm just gonna die every time, which I don't think I should because I'm pretty tanky, then I would probably go Tango, Salve, Quelling Blade, I don't know, another set of Tangos and a Mango. I'm not... This lane just feels really iffy to me. Like, this guy doesn't have an Orb of Venom or anything. Like, here's the thing. This guy doesn't have an Orb of Venom. You're fast enough to walk in, aggro the creeps, drag them down to your range creep, and then reset. And the only way Monkey King's gonna bully you is if he sits between you and the wave. And if Monkey King does that, then Monkey King's a good player, and you're going to have to do some weird shit with the wave, like dragging waves and all that stuff, like running here at like the 15 or the 45 minute mark. How on earth did you actually? You're gonna die here. You must die. What? I don't think there's any excuse for this play. Actually, this play is really bad. If this guy presses his buttons, and if this guy presses his buttons properly, you die there. And you don't have a salve. Or Quelling Blade, which as well, so it's like, CSing on the tower is not even going to be fun here. Also, you can, if you had a Quelling Blade, you could get all of these range creeps and just, like, you should be hitting these range creeps. These melee creeps are sorry, these range creeps are worth double these melee creeps, in terms of gold value. And you need to prioritize just hitting range creeps and aggroing waves. If you had a Quelling Blade, if you had Empower, like you'd be basically free farming. I think 7 CS is way too low right now. And again, here you should be. This guy should kill you. No, this guy's bad. Okay.
This isn't the
How did you even get away with this? There's no reason. There's no way you should be able to do this. This guy just presses his buttons on you and you die. They both press buttons on you and you die.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's just standing here doing nothing actually. I don't know. This. I guess these plays are working, but they shouldn't be.
Isn't the end. Illusion.
You know what? I actually like this, but I don't like these mangoes. I feel like you should have a quelling blade regardless. Again, I really. A quelling blade pays for itself, in terms of item build up. I don't really understand the point of raindrops here. You're against a lane with this guy needs level 3 and paralyzing cask to proc your raindrop charges. This guy is balance strikes physical damage, and you don't really need the mana regen. And if you need the mana regen, you can get mangoes. I feel like spending 225 gold. Alright, how can I explain this? Your item builds against a Monkey King that like knows how to press the buttons on his hero, you'd lose. Monkey King should have Orb of Venom and Boots at 3 minutes, based on how the wave started out. And then, if this Witch Doctor knew how to pull, you'd be getting no experience. Because
Middle is missing.
this guy would basically out CS you. He's got net, how much? There's like, what, 10, 15 more damage than you based on this? You're like 10 higher than him, and he gets 18. So he's like 7, 8 damage higher than you. Like, now he's level 3, like. And he doesn't even put boots. Okay. Like, all this guy has to do is put boots in his, like, normal slots, and your lane would be insanely hard. This build is like. Here's the thing. The only time you'd ever go Magic Wand against a lane this early is if you're against a Bristleback. Or a Zeus. There's like no other lane in the game that requires you to rush Magic Wands at 3-4 minutes. You could have Boots, you could have Quelling Blade, you could have Ring of Protection, you could have what other starting items are there? You could have no, those are the big ones. The Boots is probably the big one. You could have a normal stick as well. Like this +3 all attributes doesn't even help you last it better. Quelling Blade would help you last it better. Like this build is like aggressive, but you could do more damage with Empower and just tanking up.
I take what I please.
Whoa, look at it go.
You're not even. I don't even think you're aggroing these waves.
I take what I please.
Whoa, look at it go.
No, you don't aggro the waves. Again, like you should be dead here. I don't see any way that like they don't just kill you here if this Monkey King like presses buttons. Light rotates over.
Middle is missing.
In terms of what you're doing correctly, you're abusing the fact that this guy is positioning badly. You're really abusing his positioning, which is good. But this lane is like super 50-50 and like you could be dominating this lane
Radiant's mid tower.
if you prioritized. Oh, I hate this build. Like, all right, here's the thing, right? With any the only way this build works is if they don't pull the wave, and if your wave is constantly outside of like just outside of tower range. That's the only way you get damage out of this build. And you constantly have to ferry out mangoes to maintain like this clarity. I think I want to flame you for even having a clarity in this lane. Most melee offlaners should not be buying a clarity before 7 minutes, I think. And anyone competent will like what you need to run a clarity for 3/4 of a duration in order to get the same value back as a mango, which is, I don't know, 30. How long does clarity last? 50 seconds. Like, you gotta wait like what, 35 seconds or something before it pays for itself. 30 seconds. I don't know. Like, what I'm gonna say here is, like, obviously I don't really know what Magnus's build. I don't play this hero, but I know you should be punished more than this. I like that you're abusing this guy's poor positioning.
Radiant's mid
But
tower could use a hand.
I mean, again, you could just slow him into skewer. Like, your disruptor is gonna die because you didn't press your buttons to save him. Like, where is it? All right. Slow right here.
Go.
Slow right here. This is a 60% movement slow. That can be the difference. That pulls people into closer towards you. You could have pulled him between you and Disruptor right now. He would be between you guys, and then skewer him back.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
And then he would be dead probably. This guy would be dead by now, if you skewered him back correctly. But as it stands, he's probably gonna get one more right click in, which kills Disruptor. No, actually, no, he would have died anyway. Okay. I still think that if Disruptor here had tankier items, that you guys don't lose that trade. Like, okay, this is bad. Magic Wand is just a no-no. Like, I would say most heroes before 12 minutes shouldn't have Magic Wand. This item gives you nothing. Man, you can't even trade with, like the way I see this lane in my bracket going is Monkey just zones you off the first wave, gets an early level 2, and then your lane is very sad, and then you have to do weird creep manipulation shit and just drag waves to, like, between your towers. But here, where Monkey King, I don't know, doesn't know how to press his buttons, it's a bit tough. Well, it's not tough at all. This is actually a very easy lane.
I take what I
But I need to wait. Okay, this is bad. There is no circumstance on Magnus where you should even be thinking about jungling when you're 2-0-2 against a Monkey King lane that has no idea how to press his buttons without empower. So not like you're wasting. So what? You're giving your disruptor 6? Like you're the core here. In order to accelerate your game, you get empower online as fast as possible. And maybe you go like, I don't know, 1-2-1 or something. Like look how slow this is. You don't even have a quelling blade. This is so insanely inefficient. This Monkey King gets a free wave because of you. Like, you're giving this Monkey King a way back into the lane after you, like, completely bodied him because he's a complete idiot. Like, you... Oh, gosh. This Monkey King doesn't deserve to have a lane. Like, you guys are manhandling him. Like, Monkey King in this lane with 2 deaths is, like, egregious. Oh, no quelling blade. I was so upset. So much CS. You got, oh god. So much CS
Middle
opportunity
is
missed.
missing.
Like, here's what Monkey King should be doing. If this guy just right clicks you and forces you to skewer, and then he just sits between you and the wave, you're not getting any of this. Which is why your build is so so tough. Like, you need armor against Monkey King, you need stats against Monkey King, and you need preferably a move speed advantage. You're getting the move speed advantage, which is good, but your stats is lacking, and your armor is lacking. These 2 items are basically useless in this lane. And your damage is lacking for CS. Like, in worst case scenario against Monkey King, you just shove out the wave with Empower and then farm this camp. Honestly. Like, if the Monkey King is this good that he's gonna body you off the wave, that's fine. You shove the wave. You and Disruptor just shove the wave. You can definitely farm this wave faster than Monkey King can. It's still a jungle axe. It actually is. This guy's griefing his underlord. My god. This guy should be getting destroyed. This guy has levels, which I don't understand. Who's the 5? Ogre Magi. Okay. It's Ogre into underlord. Can't really do much there. Where are you, actually? Like, why do you keep leaving this lane? This Monkey King is, like, doing nothing to you. This Monkey King is actually giving you a free lane. Ah, spells for CS. I'm probably being too flamey, actually.
Invisibility.
Alright, everything about this build makes me extremely upset. It gives you no farming potential at all. And you're playing this lane assuming that you can bully people out with a shockwave that does 300 damage every 11 seconds. This guy can do more damage to you. This guy can just do more damage to you with straight right clicks. If he right clicked. If he had phase boots or Venom, there's no way you can play this thing. This guy needs 2 items and your lane is over. And then you literally can't do anything. You need to prioritize and power on Magnus, even on offlane Magnus. Like you're a fast hero. This hero is insanely fast. And you went mid lanes. Like you prepped yourself to be able to completely win the creep aggro on this lane, and then your CS is just falling behind now.
Went and fortified their structures.
Gotta be hitting those creeps, fam. Like, look, again, like you're seeing what you're running into, right? You're being given this lane. This Monkey King is giving you this lane for free. It's a completely free lane because Monkey King can't press buttons or build correct items. And the best way to abuse this is to use Empower to shove the wave, farm the camps, farm this camp, shove the wave, farm this camp, farm this camp. You could actually be the richest hero in the game right now. Like you've been given such a free lane. Like, all you need is a Quelling Blade. A Quelling Blade, Power Treads, maybe a Buckler, maybe a Headdress, and maybe a Stick. That's all you need, and this lane is one. Based on how this guy is playing. You could mess up all of your skills, and this lane would be over. Because Monkey King would have no way of dealing with how fast you're playing waves and farming. And then eventually you just outfarm him and come online super fast.
You know the Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Nice. And I want to see you run right back top after this. Interesting.
Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
Good stack. But I mean top lane is your lane. Like you could apply so much pressure to that lane because this Monkey King has like got really bad items and he's not applying any pressure to you. Like going for this build, the best way to utilize it right now is just spam your spells. Find this Monkey King, spam your spells. Honestly, don't let him have to do it. Oh, whipped RP. It's a Gigi.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh, just go top, dude. Just go top. You haven't looked at top lane since you left it like 2 minutes ago. Oh, and you're maxing out Skewer. Oh, this build is so bad. I want to cry. No, like you could legitimately be the most rich hero in the game by now. Like, like you could be so rich, dude. Like, this build actually does nothing, and they give you a free ward as well. My God. The enemy team is giving you money. they're
Dire's
literally
mid-towers
giving you
having
money.
technical
And you could be
difficulties.
even richer. You could have 5k net worth. You could be so rich. Imagine getting 5k net worth as an offlaner against Monkey King because he doesn't build correct items.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a
It's
pretty
taking
sight
three
right
and a half minutes to go back to lane. Okay. Definitely one of the things you need to work on is
bottom tower.
I understand you wanted to stay because you had RP, but
Radiant's
like
bottom
your
tower
wave was
ain't a pretty
pushing,
sight right now.
and you don't offer any damage to really push towers with because of your build.
Radiant's
I think the
bottom tower
concept
seen
was
better
correct, but
days.
again, like they started a bad fight knowing you were a bot. Oh. Oh. Which skills, boys? Alright, this was good. This was a sick fucking move, actually. Oh, yes! That was so fucking good. Beautiful. That was perfect. And that all came off a smoke play, didn't it? The thing is, you could have made this play 2 minutes ago. Like, you TP'd bot here, you got a kill. Most players, or sorry, maybe not most players, but good players would realize, yo guys, this Magnus is bot, let's not fight the Magnus bot. So then the best thing you do after showing and getting a kill, like this is also your Sven's lane, right? You don't want to be taking, like Sven's going to be clearing waves like super fast. This guy's going to farm like a beast. And he's like, oh my god, he's got double damage. Like your Sven's going to be farming this entire area easily. So if you rotate to get a kill with your Sven, your job is to just jimmy yourself right back to the top lane. Maybe farm a couple creeps on the way. But like staying here even for like 30 seconds is griefing this guy's farm. Like your main objective is to, as soon as you get a kill with that TP, run top straight away, unless your team wants to go for a tower push, and like they know that they're strong enough to go for a tower push. But like I don't think your team was strong enough there, and Underlord was still alive. This guy is like amazing at holding lanes just because of this fucking spell. Firestorm just clears waves so fast, man. But and even then, you still don't provide damage in these fights. Like this build is like the lowest damage build probably that you could go for on Magnus. Like this, like you with stats, Magnus hits like a fucking truck. It's insane. You hit so hard. Maybe before when Empower was garbage, but even then, like this is still your farming mechanism. Shockwave isn't, Empower is. Like this as a Magnus with the lane you had, like this is bad. But yeah, as I was saying, you TP bot, you get this kill, you instantly run top, and you smoke with your Disruptor and Viper, and then you make this kill 2 minutes earlier. But that's just a small efficiency thing. In total, I'm still really happy with how this fight played out. This is sick. This is such a good move. I don't know who called this smoke play, but like whoever called the smoke play, fucking MVP. Like you guys are ahead, and then you guys extended your lead a bit. Oh no, please! Like I don't understand the purpose of these raindrops you're buying. Like who are these raindrops for? No one on the enemy team except Queen of Pain has burst magic damage, and maybe Witch Doctor, but like. You could buy a bracer. You could buy a you could buy a bracer, and that would have more value than these two raindrops you're buying. Like raindrop is good against burst magic or if you're using mana a lot. And you have arcane boots. Like I don't know. I think this is incorrect. You have no ulti right now. I also think going blink this early is a bit weird, but I guess if your team just wants to fight, it's fine. You should be top lane. You should be clearing out this wave top and then going back to farm. Clearing out wave top, going back to farm. Your job when your ulti's down is to literally clear waves and apply pressure. And right now, you're griefing your team, I think. Yeah, I would consider this griefing your team being here. Like you could be farming and accelerating your team's net worth lead, but instead you're just standing here doing nothing. Like this Monkey King shouldn't be able to have a free wave. You should just go there, throw spells at him, clear the wave. Okay, this is dumb. Okay, Underlord's here now. This is so bad. The enemy team is just not teaching for this. As far as I'm concerned, you guys all should have died there. That play was questionable. I think the smoke play earlier was amazing, but this play was garbage. I think. I still think you shouldn't be fighting.
Radiant's top towers.
I can't like. I don't know.
Disown their mid tower. The Dire best do something about that bottom tower. Radiant's top towers hurt.
Yes, this play worked, but this play only worked because this Underlord killed himself for no reason. If Underlord like literally pressed one spell and walked out, or like if Underlord had his team just come and like kill you all, like you guys can't fucking fight at all into that if his team TPs. Like I don't know. This now I'm fine with you being in fights into your RP, but like. You're gonna get 18 kills here. Yeah. This guy might die actually. The monkey. No, he gets away. You can't blink. You're no. Oh my. This fuck. Did he just AFK stand there? Oh my lord. This Monkey King, man. This Monkey King's garbage. Great fucking snipe. Again, like I don't know, maybe it's just my bracket. Like none of these things would work in my bracket. Like this guy actually just doesn't press his primal spring, and he has to do one job and he lives.
Towers in bad shape.
All right, you've used RP. I just want to go see you farm, dude. You gave up your top offlane tower for nothing. Like.
3 horns on which to hoist them.
Again, you have blink, you have max skewer. Just go and clear these waves. They're so valuable. Creep waves are like lane creep waves are so much value. It's so much more efficient farm than jungle creeps. It's like this is your lane. This is your lane until this tower is dead, and then this becomes your lane. But like top lane is like the free like. There is so much money on the map right now that you're not getting, and it makes me hurt so bad because Magnus is just one of those infuriating heroes that you can plop in the offlane. It doesn't fucking matter to him. He just pushes the fucking lane like a bitch, and he will farm and he will farm, and suddenly this Magnus is more farm than the enemy carry, and you could be so rich right now, but you've left so many lane creeps to just die at the tower. It's so upsetting. Yeah, you're finally here. It's like it's so slow. You just walk around in circles for like 30-40 seconds.
Want to mine their top tower. No breaking through the Dire's structure.
There's all this farm on the map that you could be getting. Oh god, this hurts, man. This hurts.
You know the drill.
Like you could be like super farm. Like you could be a monster right now. Like if you really wanted, you could have a BKB in 2 minutes and then just win this game. With like stats, you go double bracer, like late BKB probably. Okay, not BKB actually. But you really fucking farm. You could have literally whatever the fuck you wanted by this point. I don't know why this guy's running to. This Underlord could have pressed ulti if he did. I don't know how this plays work. Like, look how fast you farm! You farm like a beast! You have no stat items and you're so tanky. Like, oh gosh.
Dire's mid tower.
Oh, that was lucky. Again, great abuse of enemy
Dire
positioning,
structures
great
looking
disengage,
fortified.
but you could be
Dire's
doing
mid towers
all
have
this and
technical
actual damage if you had stat items. And it's like you're crushing this game, but you should be crushing this game like 3 times harder. What is this build? You don't need Lotus Orb. Just get a BKB, man.
Guess what's happening?
Lich are like, if you're frontlining for your team, get a BKB. Like, what is this Lotus Orb for? Lotus Orb doesn't help against Axe. Lotus Orb doesn't help against Monkey King. Lotus Orb doesn't help against Green Pain. Alright, now, right there. Right during that RP. if you had the farm that you should have at this stage of the game, these guys are dead. 22 minutes, Magnus with free farm and a free game who's 9-0 and 6. Everyone that you just RP'd should be dead. You've had enough space this game to get enough damage items. I don't know, Crystallis, Bracers, I literally would have Deadless, whatever the fuck you want. You're actually so rich. Everyone that you've RP'd here should die if you farm correctly. And you still were alive, which is like mind-boggling to me. It's like they forget you exist. They actually just let you blink out of every team fight. I mean, value win lays. I don't think anyone else in the game has win lays, and that's probably what's helping you. Magnus win lay. Yeah, no one else in the game has win lays, and it's actually getting you out of so many fights. I love this win lays. I think this win lays is correct. I think it was way too early. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's good. I don't know. This item is correct. I think this item and this item, your blink and your win lays are the only correct items you have in this game, and you're winning. Just because you're playing well around the items you have. You're making your game unnecessarily hard. You don't die there if you've been farming correctly and items correctly.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Oh, lift RP. Alright, I think that's all I have for this replay. Just basically like trust. Oh, okay, you don't have to go and power like max it in your lane if it doesn't make sense. But like this after the laning stage, you definitely want 2 or 3 points in empower. It's literally how your hero has impact. And the only reason you had impact this game is because these guys chain fed 1 by 1. If they'd grouped up at any point in the game and tried to fight, your team's fucked. Like, you do not have the ability to team fight these guys if they have correct items. Like, if this guy has Orb of Venom phase boots, your lane is ruined because of these items. Actually, no, I want to focus on you. Alright. Itemize for stats, itemize for damage, itemize to farm, and itemize to contest farm. It's probably like, these items are just making your game so hard. You're winning, but like, again, you're the 4th lowest net worth in the game as a Magnus. Actually, no, this is unacceptable. The fact that you're the 4th lowest game, Magnus should always be top 4 net worth. This really is unacceptable. I would, this is borderline griefing. No, this is griefing, I think. Yeah, this is griefing. There's no reason you should be this low net worth at all. Your Ogre Magi somehow has more farm, almost as much farm as you do. That's like, that's insane. That's so bad, actually. Okay, this was pretty flamey. This entire thing has been pretty flamey. But I can't apologize for that. This is so egregiously like tilting for me to even talk through it. I want to like rip my eyes out, but your skill usage is sick. You're getting away with like just clean fucking executes. You execute fights for the most part really well, much higher than your skill level. But your items are holding you back like insanely. And if you sort those out, honestly, it looks like you're fine. Like, if you had damage and sustainability this game, this one death would never even have the chance of going to 1. Like, you'd actually make yourself a raid boss and unkillable. But and that's everything. Like, you're at the 2nd highest level in the game as well. You could be a monster. You could be fucking massive. You could be so farmed. Oh, it hurts so much to look at. All right, that's my 2 cents.